Okay. Are we live? We are live. Excellent. Okay, so first thing I want to preface is that I'm using my generic streaming thumb for mods because this is the one mod I've encountered so far that my RPA extractor actually just cannot extract for some reason. So I was not able to access the mod files to make my thumbnails how I usually do. What's up, Ninja? And the other thing I want to highlight before we get started is that you guys are getting the better experience to start, at least till we get to the menu. Let me switch to my desktop capture here. I cannot adjust the size of the window. Like, that, I cannot adjust this just on the fly. This is a mod that has its own executable, by the way. This was a Russian mod from 2018, just like the original How to Change the Course of History was. There we go. What mod is this? This is called How to Change the Course of History Secret Files. It's a follow-up to the Russian translated mod that I played all the way back in October, if you remember that. I don't know if you were around for that. But I played it in October, late October. It was called How to Change the Course of History. It's a mod that has a very similar premise to World of Dreams, if you know that mod. It's a mod with a very similar premise, and for a 2018 mod, it was very technically impressive for, you know, a mod of that time. So I was very impressed with it. And I'm doing pretty good tonight, Onyx. I am stoked for tomorrow because of the playoffs. The NHL playoffs are finally here, and I am stoked, dude. It's my favorite time of the year when it comes to hockey, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this year plays out. So how are you, man? How are you, Ninja? How are you guys? How are you people of the future doing? Because right now, I'm just hoping that by the time I get to the menu, I can change the window size. Because otherwise, Monty's just kind of fucked because I can't see her. And I'll barely be able to see chat. So yeah, if I can't change the window when I get to the main menu, I might just go full screen. So I feel bad if I have to go full screen and just ignore you guys for the most part. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that because that's how fucking big this window is. It takes up nearly my whole desktop. It's kind of insane. Oh, nice. Next episode for Zach's mod is in its final stages of testing. You could always pull up the stream on your phone to see chat. The problem with that is that my phone is charging, and I don't have a free USB slot that's convenient for me to put my charger pad on. Nikolais, how's it going? How are you doing tonight? Yeah, the day that issue gets fixed for me, Onyx is the day I have a dual monitor setup, which I need a PC first before I can do that. I'm just with my Asus ROG Zephyrus right now, my gaming laptop. Ah, so you're the one that shared this with me in the server. Well, thank you very much, Natsia, for sharing this with me. Nastia? I probably just pronounced that wrong. My mistake, sorry. Nastia is my IRL name. I see. Ooh, somebody just shared something in the art sharing channel on the server. I'm gonna go check that out. It's a me. Help a me. You're doing great with this stuff. Seriously, sweater year. I love that so much. And then this here. And then this here. Like, I really love Ami's artwork. It's so nice. It's so fun to look at. A different splash screen for the information that you'd be playing a DDLC mod instead of the same one. Trust me, the only reason I went with the generic thumbnail is because I could not extract the mod files with my RPA extractor. Like, I dropped it on the RPA extract executable that I have, and tried, right-click opening with my RPA extractor, and for whatever reason, it just could not extract the mod assets RPA for this mod, so I was not able to access the mod assets the way I have with every other mod I've played up to this point. So I don't know what the issue is with this mod's mod assets RPA file, but for whatever reason, my RPA extractor is not able to open it. So that's the only reason I went with my generic thumbnail. That's something I have tried to change for months now. Been trying to make all my own thumbnails more unique instead of just always using my generic one. But this is a case where I really just did not have a choice, really, since it was already after 11, and I'm like, fuck, I want to get started. All yours are basically the same. Yeah, that's basically the mentality I was in for a little while. Just that's why I made my generic thumbnail for streams, for DDLC mod streams. But then I wanted to start trying to make them more unique, which is what I've been doing for a while now. Also, just because I've been playing stuff other than DDLC and I need thumbnails for that. So I thought, let's try to start making them more unique. But, you know, this was a case where I was not able to do that. There we go. That was a wordy description for this. But yeah. Underskins, what's new with you, dude? How was your day? I also just want to preface the mod I'm playing right now, this demo. This is a demo that was originally from 2018. Zach, what's up, dude? Just like the original How to Change the Course of History that I played all the way back in October, this was a mod originally from 2018. You know, made all the way over in Russia, and didn't get a translation until very recently. And it's a mod with its own executable. From 2018, I would like to emphasize. There we go. So Zach, what's new with you, dude? Other than making tons of progress on your new mod series. I just saw what somebody posted in Sanzi's server. Doki Senate released a tier list maker for DDLC tubers, and somebody just made this. Like, just the bike top, no one else. Even on there. Good stuff. I must have leveled up in Sanzi's server. Yep. Very nice. You ate goulash today? Oh, nice. Renpai 8 mod. That would explain the unique executable for this mod. And like I said about the original HCCH, it's very impressive for a 2018 mod. I'm really looking forward to seeing what all that there is to see in this mod. Because I remember being really impressed with How to Change the Course of History for a 2018 mod. Just, it was very good. It definitely went above my expectations. Okay. Go to my community tab. That posted. Just saying again, I really do feel bad for using my generic thumbnail. Because I remember having a lot of fun making the thumbnail for How to Change the Course of History when I did that two-parter, but I just could not access this mod's mod assets files. Like, I just could not extract them with my extractor for some reason. And I will prove it to you that it is not, working. If you think I'm joking, because I tried it before stream, and it did not work. So once again, I'm going to switch to desktop view here. Little behind the scenes at how I do this. Got a whole folder dedicated just to thumbnail stuff. Yeah, see, here it is. I pasted the mod assets file from this mod, the one that I just downloaded, and this is my extractor, RPA extract. I've used it for many other mods. When I dropped it on there, nothing happens. And that's not because of an issue with the extractor, because it works for other mods. Here, let me test it on the original How to Change the Course of History. This is all the, stuff from the mod that I gained access to by extracting it. And that is the mod assets file from the original HCCH. So let me move this over to the original HCCH. No, I don't want to open it. I just want to extract it. Yeah, see? That's what it's supposed to do. So I have no idea why it does not work for secret files here, like it does for the original. I really don't know what the problem is. I am kind of baffled by that. But that is the reality that we are living in. I'm gonna get started right now. I just wanted to show you all that I'm not crazy. That I'm not just making this up. That I could not extract the mod files to make my thumbnails the way I usually do. Anyways, let's begin. So yeah, if you haven't seen my playthrough of the original HCCH, you might be a little confused. Ooh. Neat menu. What's this up here? Null. Achievements unavailable. Music unavailable. You've read 0% of plot. And we have a reset plot. We have a reset progress function here. And I think... Oh, this lets us customize the themes. Shit. Can I choose any of these? I was about to say... It looks like I can. What does that look like? Oh, it changes that. That's awesome. Okay, let's see the Natsuki one. Epic. I think you might have to unlock them. Nope. Dude, that's so cool. That is so cool. What's the default one? Just that. That is amazing. Chat, I think we need to have a vote. I think we need to have a vote which theme that we use. Anybody? Chime in right now. Which one do you think we should go with? Let's see. Yes, I want to have it windowed mode. It does not look like I can resize the windows, so why not check them out first? Alright, well, we've looked at Sayori's, or we've looked at Natsuki's and Monika's, so let's do Yuri's next. Very nice. I really like how that one looks on the achievement section here. I really like how that one looks. How about Sayori? Nice. I think I like Yuri's the best out of all of these, honestly. I think I'm gonna stick with that one. What do we all think? Not gonna lie, that's a little annoying that I can't resize the window. As I'll remind you, this is what my desktop looks like right now. So yeah, you guys are definitely getting the better experience here with the layout. You guys are definitely getting the better experience. And the fact that I can't resize it is a little annoying. So I guess we will just have to roll with it. Alright. It's very subtle ambience. Episodes, prologue from scratch. Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that. Episodes. It was destroyed. We're free now. Is this the end? I'm so happy. Can finally do what I've been dreaming about so much. Finally. Only the prologue is available. The first chapter will be available for reading in the future. Okay. I guess we'll go with that then. Yeah, the sound effects and design of the menu reminded me of a certain other game I've played. Oh, I guess we'll start here. I keep thinking, what if I hadn't made it? What if this long journey had ended without her? I don't know, man. A journey that only went forwards, not one step backwards. Chance to let you know there was always a choice. So what's that? I don't think I changed my text speed. The freedom she could only dream of before. What would this freedom be without her around? Exactly. Oh, yeah. I remember that. We got to the hospital. What did you send me, Onyx? Oh, your thumbnails for Metro and Warzone. Nice. By the way, have you heard about what they were adding to Warzone recently? Because I heard about it from Yong's most recent video, and I'm not sure I like what I see. I asked each doctor about Monica's condition. No one wanted to tell me about it, but luckily one hospital employee agreed. Zira and I sat outside the room waiting for the doctor. By the way, just because it's been so long since I played HCCH, sorry if I sound a little lost. Haven't played in a while? Oh, okay. It's very questionable is what I'll say. Something about putting something pay to win in a cosmetic. I haven't looked into it too much, but that's what I heard. It was very long, I see. It was comparable to a blade of a knife being driven around the neck agonizingly slowly. Why are you making that comparison after we just saw Monica holding the knife in the flashback there? Oh, please don't. Please, mod. Please. All I could think about was Monica. Well, you wouldn't be the first. Not surprising. Yeah, it's Activision. I'm not surprised, just disappointed. I sincerely hope that all will be well. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I just think... It's very empathetic as always. Pressed her shoulder against mine and took my hand. It's gonna be okay, Ben. It's gonna be okay. Finally, a doctor came out of Monica's room. She will survive. Okay. Would I have been able to continue on this path without her? I don't know, man. It's something you gotta decide for yourself. Oop, suddenly we're viewing things from Monica's PV. Is this like a minimize? That is. Nice. Normally you have to know to either right-click or use the H key. Very cool. It's the little things you have to appreciate. It's the little things, man. I wanted to make it better. Monica answered in a weak voice. I have to say, did well. Club is disbanded. Disbanded? Means... Yeah, Monica. Now this world is open to us. Having said that, I smile. Are we... free? I nod silently. Oh, I'm so glad. We did it! Monica, you did it. Your life was at stake. You risked it for your own freedom. I didn't do anything. You're wrong, Ben. If you hadn't come into my life, I never would have done it. It was for you, Ben. For you and our destiny. For yours and our, I think is what you meant, but I get what you mean. Yeah, so. That's the way it seems. 1 month later. Huh? Who's talking to me? Who are you, strange apparition? Ben! Speak, apparition. Huh? Did we pass out? How long have you been sleeping on the benches? Come on, wake up. With weakness in my body, I looked at Sayori. What time is it? It's a good time to meet her. 4 in the afternoon. It's 5 now. What? Finally opened my sleepy eyes and jolted off from the bench. I like the effects of the blurriness there. I looked in the direction of the hospital and saw no one. Is she gone yet? Also, I like the little, like, dust particles or whatever that is in the air. It's like I said about the minimize function there. It's the little things, guys. It's the little touches. That stuff adds up. What the fuck? Guys, what's happening? Why are you doing this, Sayori? I was thrown to the ground. Why scare me like that? To make you sleep less, Ben, said Monica and laughed out loud. She's definitely feeling better, and I can't help but be happy about that. Wait. I'm confused. Were we just dreaming? Or... Oh, I certainly deserved it. Bet you do. Why don't you get off me and let me get up? Are you going to do that again? No, I won't. Honestly? Honestly, Monica. Really. Let me get up, please. Good, good. Get up, Ben. Monica and I waited a long time for you to wake up after all. But then we thought to play a joke on you. Okay, maybe don't? Because I'm not exactly under the impression that everything is going to stay fine. So I'm on careful watch here. Funny joke, though. Oh, come on. I didn't break anything, did I? No, but that doesn't make it right to do it. You better not have. It's just rolling with it. Are you sure you slept well tonight? Maybe watch a movie? He's flashing back. Midnight. He's supposed to be asleep by now. Midnight! That's rookie hours. On the other hand, I'm on vacation. What would happen if I went to bed later than usual? I don't think it's a big deal if I watch something tonight. I declare a marathon. Then... You gotta stop spacing out, man. You gotta stop spacing out. Kind of curious what we'll be missing here. So we're gonna kind of... Oh, okay. So you have a confirm. You have a confirm button there. That's what that is. Gotcha. I mean, I don't see any reason not to tell her. But it seems very off base for MC, for this guy to tell the truth about something as trivial as his sleep schedule. He's the type of guy that'll just brush it off, be like, nah, it'll be fine. That being said, is there any preference you guys have for what you want to see first? Look. Is there any preference you folks might have? In that case, I'm just gonna go with the top option. Yeah, let's do that. I went to bed at my usual time. Oh, come on. You could try to be a little less obvious than that, dude. Oh, I went to bed at my usual time. Yeah, no, I went to bed at my usual time. I just got a little bored, so I laid down on the bench. Yeah, okay. Then I got sleepy, so I decided to take a nap. Whatever you say, man. Something tells me you're lying. Yeah, he's not exactly being a very good... He's not exactly doing a very good job of making it convincing, so I'm not surprised you see right through that. You were just watching something last night, so you went to bed later than usual, right? No, why would you say that? I can see it in your eyes that your words are not true. Sorry, Monica. That's what you get when you can't pass yourself off as a convincing liar. Boy. How are you, Sarah? How you doing tonight? Don't worry, it's okay. I do it myself sometimes, and I'm glad you're doing good. And I think everyone has those sleepless nights. Even Sayori. No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Really? And what girl was complaining to me not so long ago that her favorite show stopped being shown at 3 a.m.? Unfair. Sayori muttered. That tux box also looks familiar. Oh, where do you recognize it from? Because this is a Renpai 8 mod. See, Ben, there's nothing wrong with that. You can always tell me the truth. I'll support you with anything. Please don't pull this kind of shit on me right now. I just wanted to see how convincing my boy was as a liar here. Because it seemed like it was in his character. But no, he cannot. He just cannot. Like you, Sayori. She smiled. Well, my friend, we have to go. Have a nice evening. See you tomorrow. She headed in the direction of her house, and we walked slowly towards mine. Monica recently came to temporarily live with me. What happened after the game? What happened after the events of the original HCCH? She still has to see a psychiatrist for a while. Oh, I suppose. I'm trying to remember what happened to her at the end of HCCH. It's been a while, so you'll have to forgive me if I have to plead ignorance on this one. It's been since October, and I've played a bunch of other stuff since then. And since it's a closer walk from my house to the hospital than her house, decided to take her in for the time she has to see a specialist. And that, I think, is an advantage for me. I get to see my girlfriend more often, and I can't help but feel happy. Kind of looks like the Google search box. I don't know. What's up? I'm fine. The doctors say I'm fine. And now I don't have to see a psychologist anymore. A psychiatrist? I think is what you meant. Because my boy here was just talking about a psychiatrist, so... Are you sure about that? It's good news, Monica. I hugged her. Then my gaze fell on Monica's arm. There was hardly any traces of the cuts she had made back then. Damn, I don't remember that. I might have to rewatch some of the playthrough that I did. I'd like to spend this weekend together. Together? Of course I would, Ben. I even know a place we could go. Where would that be? What do you think? Knowing you, you would probably pick a cafe, so I'm gonna say that. But let's see if I'm right. Nope. God damn it. Let's see, this sounds like somewhere you would want to go. But once again, let's see if I'm right. The cat is mewing again. Kitty! Park then? You guessed it. Hey. Why? No. You don't need a why for why you're going to the park with Monica. Just be happy about that, boy. be happy about that, god damn it. Just to take a walk under the evening sky while holding hands. Yeah. Duh. You're at the program, buddy. Isn't it beautiful? It is, but no buts. Just go with it, boy. This is the most reluctant I have seen somebody who wants to go somewhere with Monica. Don't you want to go somewhere else? Boy! Do I have to smack you? Stop! Stop it! Somewhere else? She thought about it. We could go anywhere. Today we could, for example, go to the movies and see an interesting movie. Tomorrow we could go to an amusement park and go on rides. Yeah, I saw those in the other options. We can go to a cafe, and then we can go to the park. Yeah, that was literally the list of options you just listed out for us. I feel like you're just repeating yourself here. This is kind of a little redundant. Why don't we do that, Monica? Yes, you're right. Better to do it this way. Why though? I don't think order really matters here. That, and you don't have to do them all in one day. Let's go to the cinema. Wait, still have to watch the screenings. Maybe they're already over. Oh, right. Sorry, I might have been a little overexcited. Nah, it's alright. You've nothing to apologize for. Hey! That was a nice little animation. Pulled my smartphone out of my pocket. Display lights up and displayed the lock screen. Swiping my finger from the bottom up, I unlocked it. Among the many apps installed, I wanted the browser, which is where my finger stopped. The search engine page opened almost immediately. I clicked on the input box, typed in the query, and clicked Find. Well, what about the movies? Man, I like all of these in their own right. I feel like if I had to pick one, I would go with a thriller, though. Something exciting. So I'm gonna go with that. It's called a thriller, not a fucking horror movie. Great. Alright. Well, let's see what she says. How about a horror movie? Aren't you afraid? Ah! What do I have to be afraid of? Afraid? Me? For all the shit I've seen? God, Monica, was that a joke? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It was quiet. I have a feeling it is you that does not want to see a horror movie. We don't have to. We can go see something else. It's not a problem. I knew it. I'm scared myself. It's just a movie. Nothing to be afraid of in it. Says you. You know, I don't really like unexpected moments when some monster comes at you. You'll be with me, so I'll go to that movie. Hey, we don't have to. We don't have to. I'm just saying. Sure? Yeah, thank you. You just stole my line. Yeah, I literally just said we can go see something else if you don't want to. Okay. Okay. Lady says she wants to go, so that's what we're gonna go do. Alright then. How long before we start? 5:55 p.m. 5 to 6, about half an hour. Shall we go then? Yes. Let's hit it. Okay. Let's see what we got. That'll be 505 yen. There are popcorn and drinks. Enjoy them. Enjoy the movie. Taking the order in my hands, I walked over to Monica. Ooh. I like the movie theater background here. Very nice. Shall we go? Yep. It's just 5 minutes until the show. Mm-hmm. The hall was full of people. It seemed that all the seats were taken. Sat down in our seats and waited for the movie to be shown. Ah, full house. Just the way I like it. Aren't you scared? No, why do you ask? No reason. He was quiet. Okay. Continued to watch the movie, but a minute later I abruptly took Monica's hand. What is happening here? What's this mod? You've never seen it? It's a follow-up to the mod How to Change the Course of History, which I played back in late October. And it's a mod that has a very similar premise to World of Dreams, if you've ever seen my playthrough or somebody else's playthrough, or you've played it yourself. This is about a month after the events of How to Change the Course of History. So if you haven't seen that playthrough, you might want to watch that first, because otherwise this might not make much sense. He jumped up and down. Ouch! What are you doing? Don't scare me like that. Okay, okay. We went on to watch the movie. Oh, that's alright. You do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do, Sarah. He looks fascinating. Guy on the screen? Ah, yeah, I suppose. Natsu Kitten. Well, it was nice to see you, even if it was just briefly. You have a nice night, and best of luck at the academy tomorrow. It was nice to see you. Hello. What is this, one of those freaking 3D movies that tries to pull that shit? Ah! You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. You perhaps want to leave? No, I'm fine, really. Let's stay. Alright, if you're sure. The credits rolled. Looks to be about 7 or 8, depending on what time of year it is. We came out of the movie theater. I personally liked it. Gave me goosebumps at some points. Monica seemed to like it too. Alright, you say so. Even though she's not much a fan of the genre. So, where to now? Well, we could walk around a bit more before we go home. There is still time. Why don't we decompress by going to the cafe? That sounds good right about now. Hey! Called it. 8 o'clock. Only 8. Why not? Why don't we go to the park? Ben, what's wrong with you? Wake up! The hell? What's going on here? Oh. What time is it? Also, is that a sword hanging on the wall? That is badass. Also, those speakers. I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. Looked at my phone display. It's 2 in the morning. What? What's going on? I had that dream again. What dream again? It's been tormenting me for 10 years, and it just won't stop. Like I really got into that game, became the main link into its plot. Also, now we're back in the real world? Huh. That's a curveball. It doesn't even exist. It's funny. How come I've had such vivid memories of it? What's that strange feeling during it? It's something that's been haunting me for a very long time. I'm sure it's gonna happen today. I'll be able to get the answers. The questions that have been bothering me for so long. All of this will finally stop. Sure as hell hope so. Hopefully. Demo for now, further only better. Okay. Yeah. All right. Up. Now we're back here. So, yep, that's all we have for right now. I have to admit, that was shorter than I thought. We're not even at the 1 hour mark yet. Well, I think I know what this calls for. So that was interesting. A bit shorter than I thought. But yeah, it's a very curious direction to take the story. That this is all just stuff that's playing out in his head. This, you know, a world where the game doesn't exist. Like, man, that brings everything into question. So, did he somehow find a way back from the game and just he doesn't remember any of it? Not, well, he's conscious at least. Clearly, like, if he's dreaming about it, he remembers it, but he just can't recall it. Just, it leaves me with a lot of questions. Makes me very curious what happens next. So, yeah, it brings up some very interesting questions. You have read 25% of plot. So I guess we could see the other options if we wanted to, but I feel like for a demo like this, it's not going to be, you know, that different. So I think we do something that I have not done for a good while here. So yeah, thank you for sending me that. That was really cool. But yeah, I think it's time we have a demos night. So I'm gonna go to my demos search. Sort by the newest. See what we got. Oh, looks like there was a 1.1 update for Emerald Affection here. This looks hilarious. DDLC Game Boy Edition. Oh man. So yeah, not a whole lot of new demos since this year. There's some stuff I haven't checked out yet, for sure, down here. There's Heartstruck, which looks like a Natsuki mod. Heart for One, the demo revamp. Yep, somebody ported it to Android. Corruption demo release. Oh, Foreign Relations. I saw that on there as well. Give you a minute. I'll wait for a minute. I'm just looking at some other stuff here. Undercurrents. I've seen that one before. Haven't looked at it yet, though. Undercurrents. I don't really know anything about that. Yeah, it's like a transfer student mod, isn't it? This one doesn't even have a title. Liberation. That's an interesting one. Doesn't... I have literally no premise for this one. Maybe this? Oh, Broken Boundaries. I think I've come across that one before. This one is on my to-do list. Sequel Club back online. Illusion. Have I played Game Boy Edition? No, I'm just hearing about this for the first time tonight. This just looks hilarious. Fucking DDLC Game Boy Edition. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, this is a straight up ROM for a... So yeah, this is a straight up ROM for an emulator. Like, somebody actually made this for a Game Boy. Somebody actually made this for a Game Boy. Wow, that's actually a real ROM. That is crazy. I feel like I should dedicate its own stream to this. I feel like I should dedicate, a separate stream to that. Because that just looks insane. That's crazy. Alright, so Nikolai has sent me something on Discord. I'm gonna check out what it is. Oh. This is your mod. Survival Club. This is the 1.0 release. I don't know anything about this mod other than that this is your own, so... Sure. Sure. Since you sent me this one, how to change the course of history, secret files, we'll check this one out too. There we go. Where else do I have a ping? That's where. Yes, you will be friend. That's what I was gonna do. I just need to grab my zip file for DDLC so I can chuck the base game files in there. Then chuck these in here. So what's this one about? Because I've never heard of this one. This one is new to me. Or would you rather not say anything? Just let it be a surprise. Because I'm cool with that either way. Okay, let me go to my layout text. There we go. The layout has changed. Monty, you've been kind of playing double duty here with the game window, so let's go ahead and get this up on the screen. Okay, so this is a Sayori point of view mod. Interesting. This is a mod where we are seeing things from Sayori's POV. I'm curious to find out why it's called Survival Club. But I have to say, let me get this up on screen. You go to the game window. I like that text box. As somebody that very publicly loves winter and snow and everything that comes with it, I like that text box. Like, it's the middle of April, and you might not believe me. You might not believe me, but just a couple of days ago, it was like 80 plus degrees and humid outside. And do you know what it did today? It fucking snowed. Like, when I saw 80 plus degree weather leading up to the weekend, and then I saw Saturday it was supposed to cool off and be kind of rainy, and then Sunday it was supposed to snow, I'm like, it's probably not going to be that bad. I mean, how hot it's been and all the, snow that we had before was melted. Like, there's no way it's going to accumulate. It's not going to be that much. No, it's enough to cover the grass again. You're still working on this, so everything is broken there because I removed everything that was not coded. I'd say it's exclusive. This is an exclusive first look, is that what you mean? Because if so, I feel honored to have this opportunity. Anyway, let's have a look and see just what this is about. All I know going in right now is that we play as Sayori and that it's called Survival Club. So let's find out why. Yep. Accept. That's all standard stuff. Let's Play mode has been enabled automatically. This mode allows you to skip content that contains sensitive information or apply alternative story options. Setting will be dependent on the modder if they program these checks in their story. Turn off Let's Play mode. Visit settings and uncheck Let's Play mode. Huh, interesting. Also, very neat logo. Very cool. Oh? What's going on here? Air C Group. Hey. Very neat. Miss Silence Team. So there's a lot of parties involved. The one translator. You know, I believe I remember seeing a video a while back for this menu screen. I don't remember what the context of the video was, if this was just a showcase for like what they could do with a menu, but I remember being like, ooh, just seeing this menu, I want to play it. So, I feel honored to have this chance right now. Is this a link to their Discord server? I'm gonna click it. What does that do? It's opening Internet Explorer. Yeah, okay. Did it just start the mod? No. No, back up. Back up. I'm still looking at stuff here. Discord RPC. Oh, this must be for, like, Discord presence. That's cool. Yeah, I don't feel like I need that right now, but very nice to have, anyways. Just gonna set the text speed, and yeah. So, let's see what this is about. The ocean. How enchanting it is! I, lying on the sandy shore, where many people are resting, look at its azure waves rippling in the wind. Looking at them, I imagine a beautiful underwater world before me. A world in which small, beautiful fish and other underwater creatures swim in the blue waters. And iridescent coral reefs, various mollusks, unusual starfish, prickly urchins, and green algae peacefully inhabit its bottom. Although the ocean is quite a beautiful place, it's also dangerous and hides many unusual things that no one has ever seen. Very true. I mean, we have tried to explore the depths of the Marianas Trench, but there's tons of shit that we don't know about down there. There's tons of shit we haven't seen, dude. I wonder if we will ever, reach the bottom of that trench someday. Just to see what's down there. Like, for real, it gets the mind thinking. Anywho. I wonder what creatures live in the deepest parts of the earth. How many ships are left there, in the depths of the sea, and how much treasures there are. How many people have drowned trying to find them? How many sailors and soldiers have died in the vastness of the ocean? Many. While I was lying on the beach and thinking about the ocean, I was called out from my father, who was in the water with my mother, playing ball with each other. Sayori, come join us. The three of us will make it much more interesting. Okay, I'm coming. Then I got up the golden sand and spotted a military multi-purpose helicopter flying in the sky behind my parents. After a couple of moments, it landed on the shore, and a girl I didn't know emerged from it with bright emerald eyes. Oh. Curious. So yeah, this mod's kind of doing its own thing. Sayori doesn't know Monica in this mod. Moni, what are you doing in this mod? What is your purpose, dear? Let's find out, shall we? What the? Those eyes spotted me. I felt sick and fell down. Chapter on a Serene Morning, Part 1. December 10th, 2020. State School Number 1 in City Okinomiya. Okinomiya? We'll go with that. It's a normal Friday morning. That was something. That opening. That was something, alright. I stood up from my bed in the December sun and simultaneously wiped my sleepy eyes with my left hand. I saw my friends waking up in the club. Before I said hello to them, I decided to sit in my sleeping bag for a few seconds and think about things for a while. Through these reflections, I remembered an amazing fact. For 2 long months now, me and the members of the Survival Club have been sleeping in a regular office. The Survival Club, huh? So I guess that's where the title comes from, but what exactly are they surviving? Are they just, a group of students that are, learning how to be survivalists, basically? Just learning survival techniques? Let's keep reading. We don't sleep in futons or beds, but in cheap tourist sleeping bags that we miraculously borrowed from our gym teacher. Although at first we were a little uncomfortable and unaccustomed to sleeping in them, now it seems to everyone that these sleeping bags, which appeared long before we were born, are one of the softest and most comfortable things in the world. After stretching and scratching my neck a little, I finished my morning reflections and got out of my sleeping bag with vigorous movements and greeted everyone in the room with a joyful expression. Good morning, everyone! After my cheerful exclamation, Yuri tactfully nodded and greeted me back. Natsuki said a friendly hello and went back to her business. Yoshito, on the other hand, was not so supportive, and he rather indifferently and tiredly let out a "hi" and irritatedly scratched his neck. After a while, as I was greeted, Monika walked gracefully toward me and turned to me questioningly. Good morning, Sayori. Did you sleep well? I, in my usual manner, answered her questions with a sassy voice. Simply delightful! In fact, I slept particularly well tonight. Maybe it's a sign that today is going to be just fine, like my dream about the beach? So, was that part about Monika just her trying to get Sayori to wake up? Then? Uh-oh. Unexpectedly, my stomach rumbled, but Yuri, like an owl of the night, the quiet sound and heroically saved me from starvation. Her saving was simply to offer me a bowl of steaming oatmeal and raisins, along with perfectly brewed black tea in an aluminum mug. Of course, without a second's hesitation, I accepted her offer and, in the blink of an eye, snatched her tea and a bowl of oatmeal from Yuri's hands. I sat down at the table and began to eat my breakfast. And when I was done, I thanked my friend for the food, got it from the table with a vigorous movement, walked to the lab room with a satisfied stroll, and put my plate in the sink. I came out of the lab room, which had become our little kitchen. I casually glanced at my time watch and cringed at what I saw. Oh, we have to go to class soon! Before I could be fully surprised, Monika's ringing voice immediately interrupted me. Sayori, take your time. At least wash your face and comb your hair first, because you're always walking around with your hair disheveled. You're a girl after all. Oh, come on, Monika, I look fine. In fact, I know that I'm very often clumsy and unkempt. I just don't want to change that fact. She's self-aware enough to realize that, at least. Good on her. I looked at my watch again and made sure that if I tried, I would be the first one there, which no one expects me to be. You can do it, senor. Anyway, after I moved into the club room with the others, I only became more convinced that it was a fun idea. At least that's very motivating. Because we are members of the Survival Club. We can adapt to an unusual environment. Very fun and very intriguing. Really now? Is that the whole idea behind the club? Like, I'm very curious to learn more about this. Also, my mom and dad are away on a business trip to Tokyo and won't be back for a while. So if I hadn't stopped by this club on a sunny September afternoon, I would have been a little bored and sad, right waiting for them at home alone. So that explains why she joined the club, at least. For finishing my reasoning, I said in a cheerful tone, "Alright guys, I'm gonna go." I washed my face in a hurry, rolled up my sleeping bag, put on my school uniform, and after checking my textbooks and other school supplies in my backpack, headed enthusiastically for the door. I walked out of the club and quickly made my way to class. Noticed that all my friends had also gone to class. Looks like a different rendering of the typical hallway. It's kind of nice, actually. It's a bit refreshing. But unlike me, they walked to their classes leisurely and a little sluggish. Most likely, my friends didn't get enough sleep, which made them look like zombies from The Walking Dead. I still need to play that Walking Dead inspired mod. I finished my thinking and finally reached my classroom. I cheerfully opened the door and welcomed everyone into the room. Well, hello, new school day. You won't be saying that for long, Sayori. After all those tedious but important lessons for my grades, I decided to grab something to eat from the vending machine nearby. When I walked up to it, I put a couple of coins into the coin op, whatever it's called, and tried to pick out an energy bar. However, this machine turned out to be greedy. Didn't want to give me the candy bar. Come on, fight for it, Sayori. Bang the machine. Kick it. Oh, come on. First time I wanted to try to buy something from this machine, and it didn't work. Too bad. After that, my nose slightly down, I headed for the club room. You're not even gonna try to shake it or kick it or try to reach your hand in there? I would be pissed if the vending machine ate my dollar. When I opened the doors of our club, Natsuki met me there and came up to me with a mischievous look in her pink flamingo feather-like eyes, and said in an excited voice, I haven't talked about the music at all, but I have to say, it's very good. I like how it's, keeping the tone of the original game's music, but, it's putting a new spin on it, it's making something new out of it. It's very cool. I really like it. You're just in time. Yuri and Yoshito will be here from the library soon, and we'll start the survival club activities. I'm looking forward to finding out just what that entails, Natsuki. I looked around cautiously and noticed that Monica wasn't in the club. To find out her approximate location, I turned to Natsuki with a little excitement in my voice. Natsuki, where's Monica? She was alarmed by my question and began to mumble. I looked at her skeptically and raised one eyebrow. After thinking and scratching the back of her head for a while, she decided to answer my question. I just realized. Monica was with Yuri and Yoshito, just stealthily walking out after them. Natsuki nodded to herself while looking more convincing. Then she jumped out of her seat and ran towards the storeroom. Half closing the creaky wooden door, Natsuki diligently searched for something so that even the noise from the storeroom was clearly audible here. After standing outside the entrance for a few minutes, decided to check on her since I was getting a little tired of waiting for her. When I took a couple of steps towards the storeroom, Natsuki finally found what she was looking for and came up to me. I took advantage of the moment and decided to ask her a question again. Natsuki, do you know when they'll be back? How would I know? After being silent for a few seconds, Natsuki looked at me anxiously, decided to ask me something. Did you talk to Yoshito today? Like Natsuki, I too answered her question uncertainly. Sorry, Natsuki, it didn't work out. I don't know why, but he's not very talkative today. Well, that's what I thought. What? Do you know what's happened to him? I don't like that look in your eyes. I'm not going to like what I'm going to hear, am I? I don't know exactly, but maybe Yoshito's a weather-sensitive person? Just last week, it was relatively warm, and it was snowing wet. This week, it suddenly got really cold, and it snowed a lot. I kind of guessed that from the ice buildup on the window. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe it is. It's just a little weird. It's an unnecessary capital right there. Although on second thought, Natsuki probably assumed right. I've been having some headaches myself lately. Yeah. Easter weekend really fucked me up because everything started melting, shit started, getting released into the air, and my nose did not like that. So it adds up. He's just not in the mood because his body is very sensitive to sudden changes in the weather. Why don't I ask him that myself? You'll ask him when they come. After that, Natsuki sighed in relief. It looked like she was very tense. Why, though? It feels obvious that she really didn't know what happened to him. Oh, sounds like they're here. After our talk, Yuri and Yoshito came into the club. You seem upset, Yuri. What happened? When they found themselves in the office, I noticed that Yuri looked depressed and radiated melancholy and bitterness off her face. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. That feels like... Okay, never mind. Feeling that itchiness in my nose, so I'm like, oh shit, it's coming, but nope. What's wrong, Yuri? Come here. Yuri's eyes were reddish, and tears were flowing from them, which slowly ran down her face and fell to the floor of the study, leaving wet marks on it. On the other hand, Yoshito looked the same as this morning, but unlike her, he was a little sad and annoyed. Besides, he often scratched his neck. I don't know what happens to them, but it's their own business. Better than questioning, I'll just pretend I didn't notice. Oh! Where did Natsuki go? Last you've come! By the way, have you seen Monika? She should be with you just now. They both looked at me incomprehensibly for a while, but then Yuri's head suddenly perked up. Oh, Monika's coming. She just came out later than me. Yuri started fidgeting nervously, her eyes darting back and forth, and a few drops of sweat appeared on her forehead. But at that moment, I didn't really care about Yuri. As I looked out from behind the club with childlike playfulness, I looked down the hallway in which a moving silhouette could be seen. That moving silhouette turned out to be Monika, who was approaching the club with a cheerful but graceful gait. When I saw her, I cheered up even more and shouted, Monika, get over here! Hearing my loud voice, she waved her hand gracefully and ran over. Before I could even blink an eye, Monika was already in the room and sitting at the table while our club was just starting club activities. While the rest of the club slowly pulled back their chairs and sat down in their seats, Yuri elegantly spread out the books on the teacher's desk, flipping through the pages of each one. Heavy sigh and a couple glances around the room, she began to speak calmly and slowly. So, today we're going to find our way out of difficult situations that we might encounter in real life. Really? What kind of situations? Taking out some worksheets from the table and handing them out to us, Yuri sat down in silence. Survival Club was quiet and a little chilly, as it always was. Occasionally we talked about our stuff and joked. Oh. Sitting in my chair, I remembered a situation. Once when we were learning how to pitch a tent, which I thought was a lot of fun, Natsuki got upset when her tent fell down like a cardboard house. I don't know why I remember that moment so well. but I can safely say that we all as a club helped Natsuki put it back on then, which for some reason we were not able to do. We soon discovered the problem was one of the parts was broken. We all laughed about it together. Even Natsuki. Yep, that's an oof moment right there. Poor Natsuki. When the main writing part was finished by everyone, Monica decided to leave the class. No one paid any attention to it. That's what she usually does. Goes off to the roof to think about something on her own. Something of her own. Well, dress warm if you're going up there. Jesus. Middle of December. The girls in Yoshito were discussing something heatedly about situations where there might not be water. And I was just sitting at the table doing nothing. I enjoyed the gentle breeze coming from the open window. Yeah, the gentle December breeze. Yeah, great idea, Sayori. After a while, Monica finally came back and decided to ask me a question. How about we prepare dinner? Good idea. I'm so hungry. Yes, indeed, Sayori. The rumbling of my stomach confirmed my words. I have to say, just like the last mod, I like the lighting. They were both really nice. There we go. Just had to blow my nose quick. Natsuki and Yuri turned around at me. What? Are you hungry? Yes, Monica suggested we eat dinner. Let's eat. I'm hungry. Natsuki is not amused. The girls just looked at each other and decided to start cooking. Natsuki set out plates full of food for us. We all ate some delicious food together and spread out our sleeping bags on the floor. After we all dined, I think you mean we all, not well. Excuse me. I very fast sent in the Kingdom Morpheus as soon as my head touched the pillow. So some dream, I assume? Needs to be a cap, and I don't know if there's supposed to be a text effect there. So let's see what Sayori's dreaming about. Day 1. Nice. Very nice. Chapter on dead pigeons. Alright then. Through a dream that seemed like a lock screen on a phone, I felt my stomach begin to rumble loudly, causing me to wake up and notice my wristwatch says that it's 6 a.m. now. I realized I had woken up too early. I tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't, because of the piercing sounds from one of the sleeping bags that could be heard throughout the room. Curious about it at such an early hour, I turned my head slightly to the right and found out who had disturbed my sleep. It was my old childhood friend. Yoshito. He impulsively unbuttoned his sleeping bag and got out of it, dressed hurriedly, walked to the table with a careless and somewhat brisk gait, and sat down in an empty chair. Sitting on it, Yoshito tilted his head down and began desperately scratching his neck, whispering something to himself. Getting worse. Disease is progressing. There's nothing I can do about it. Eh? What do you mean? What disease? Oh, I have to go before it's too late. Then he abruptly pulled out a piece of paper and a pen from his pants pocket. He began to write carelessly on it. Finished, Yoshito said in a frustrated but quiet voice. I don't have time to tell her. He then rose abruptly from his creaky chair and, unaware of anything around him, headed for the club exit with confident and quick steps. As he walked to the door, I, pretending I had just woken up, called out to him. Hey, where are you going?
Sayori?
Morning. After greeting me with a cold speech and the same look on his face, he opened the door of the clubroom and headed off at a brisk pace. Trying not to make a sound, I carefully got up from my sleeping bag and decided to follow him. What the... I followed him, while he goes in an unknown direction. However, a few minutes after my pursuit started, I accidentally hit a nearby bench.
Womp, womp, womp.
He immediately heard it and stopped. After standing there for a few seconds, Yoshito made a half turn and looked at me with blank eyes, stood motionless in the silent and dark hallway. After devouring him with my slightly puzzled stare for a few seconds that seemed to drag on forever, I finally got up off the floor and asked him a question. Yoshito, where are you going? Out for a walk? My question made Yoshito's face change slightly, and his gaze no longer seemed so cold. You could say that. I silently agreed with him. After all, he wasn't himself at the moment. This must be why he's been acting strange, this disease, whatever it is. As soon as I went to ask him something else, Sayori, I have a small request. Can you give it to Yuri, but, you know, when I return here? He then walked abruptly over to me and handed me a folded piece of paper with a few stains of blood on it. Excuse me? Alright, Yoshito, I'll do it. Upon hearing this, he suddenly turned around again, but in the opposite direction, and walked down the empty corridor into the unknown. Okay. Why does the note have blood on it? What is happening here? Let's read it. Of course, after that brief dialogue, I'm left to wonder why Yoshito decided to get some fresh air at 6 a.m. I decide I shouldn't disturb him, and I'll ask my questions when he gets back. Look at the note. He'll have to go all this hard way alone on a very long and grim road. You came out of nowhere. I was startled by Monika's sudden appearance. Oh, hi, Monika. You gave me a bit of a scare there. Maybe he really is tired for some reason. Okay, Sayori, let's do this. If Yoshito's not back in at least an hour, then you go and look for him, okay? Okay. Again, read the note? We then leisurely went back to the club, and I slowly got back into my sleeping bag and tried to go back to sleep, while Monika sat down at the table and read her book. However, I couldn't sleep, so I climbed out of the bag. Yuri then woke up, after me, followed by Natsuki. I like the animations on all of them. Monica is as Monica does, so the answer is no. When I saw them, I wished everyone a good morning and waited at the dining room table for the long-awaited breakfast. After a while, my friends all did their morning rituals and made breakfast, put food on the plates. After handing me my portion, Yuri looked anxiously at Yoshito's open sleeping bag and asked excitedly, "Wait, where is Yoshito?" "He's gone somewhere, but I think he'll be back soon."
Natsuki is not so sure about that.
Yuri and Natsuki first looked at each other, then looked at me. Well, in that case, his food will get cold. For these words, there was a slight silence, broken occasionally by the strong wind outside and the clatter of cutlery on our plates. Yeah. If the wind is howling like that, let's just say, yeah, bundle up, buddy. The silence did not last long, for it was interrupted by Natsuki. "By the way, girls, he left all his stuff here." Natsuki said that, I stopped nibbling on my buckwheat porridge and canned stew. And it's true, if his clothes were left here, I don't think he went outside. At least not for long. Sayori, do you know where Yoshito went? No, he didn't want to talk at all. I think he's upset about something. Natsuki and Yuri decided that I would go look for him because I'm Yoshito's friend, and I can listen to him. Before I finished my portion, I excitedly grabbed some warm clothes and rushed down the hall. Climbing to the roof exit using an old ladder and unlocking the half-rusted metal doors, proceeded to search for Yoshito. I have to say, I like this view of, the roof entrance. It's very different. But unfortunately, after walking all around the roof, searching everywhere, I couldn't find him. Yeah, this definitely looks like winter, alright. Very nice. All I found was the December snow that covered the cold solar panels and the old benches, a couple of dead white pigeons and black crows. All in all, hardly a single living soul is around here. After finally inspecting the whole roof, I decided to go back to the school and look for him on the 3rd floor. I went into all the classrooms, all the restrooms, and the teachers' rooms, but I couldn't find Yoshito. Then I made it my goal to go to the 2nd floor and look around every corner of it. Even though we live on this floor, it needs to be inspected as well.
I will have to plead ignorance on that one, Dogo, because it has been since October since I did the playthrough, and I do not remember. So I'm sorry that I have to plead ignorance on that one, because I just don't know.
The first thing I wanted to inspect on this floor was one of the men's restrooms. On second thought, no, I'm not going in there, am I?
Oh, come on. You're looking for your friend. You have a reason to be in there.
I asked myself, but still walked over and pulled the handle of the door leading into the restroom.
I told you to read the note, Sayori. Yeah, good job.
not reading the notes, Sayori. I fell to my knees, wanted to scream. I couldn't do it. And I fell into an ocean of darkness. It wrapped me with its cold hands from head to toe. That was interesting. That sure was something, alright. So that was Survival Club, a short little mod that Nikolai sent me here. I'm still getting used to it. Now he wants me to call him Nastya. Still getting used to that. I'm so used to just reading Nikolai's. So I would say it leaves me curious to find out more. But yeah, that escalated quickly. I mean, that was day 2 of the mod story. The one that I just played? This was sent to me directly by Nico here, so I would ask them for the link if you wanted to try this. I don't think this is one that has been made publicly available yet. After I finished HCCH secret files, I was looking at demos on the subreddit, and they sent me this over Discord, so you'll have to ask Nico here. But yeah, that was an interesting little thing that you sent me. Because says he's still making the mod. It's still a work in progress. But it definitely intrigues me. Check extra. Oh, did something open up there? There's a whole bunch of gallery stuff. You installed this mod on Windows. Complete day 2, day 3, day 4, 6, day 8. Oh. So there's more. Alright. Let me just turn the sound down, and I'm gonna do some skipping around to get back to where we were. See if something different happens. No? Oh, you mean like fully like restart? You mean like X out of the game? Okay. Well, Monty's gonna get some time in the spotlight now. Let me relaunch the game, I guess. Yep. I wasn't sure what you meant. Okay, so I guess there's more to see here. Alright. There we go. Let's get back to the menu. Let me turn the volume back up. Right about there should be good. Okay. Yep. Alright. So, should I just hit new game again? Oh, check extra again. Oh, now it'll all open up. So there's still one that has not been seen. Interesting. Exported roof data to the gallery folder. Okay. Eh. There's no other in here. There's gallery, there's awards, there's OST player, and then there's the Discord page. Like I said, still leaves me curious. I really liked this one. Dreams of Yesterday. Very cool. Soundtrack for Act 1. Remove the compact mod. I'm not sure what that means. I don't see something for that, so I'm not sure. Oh. Oh, interesting. So there you can see everything. Yep, from the long dark. I'm gonna go on a limb. Is that what this mod is inspired by? Because I think I might have heard of the long dark, but I have never looked into it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. All in all, this is the whole mod. There won't be anything else interesting there. Alright, so I looked up the mod. I looked up the Long Dark here. And yeah, this is what I found. Like I said, was this part of the inspiration for this mod? Because if it is, that's a really cool inspiration for a mod. It seems like it, yeah. Looks like the kind of thing I might want to play in the summer to get my winter fix. I'll keep an eye on it. I might look into it a little more. I might think about picking it up sometime. Released back in 2017. Yeah, you think I should try it someday? So I'm curious, is this a mod you're still working on? Because if you are, I have to say that's a pretty cool inspiration for a mod. And I would absolutely be down to see more. Nothing more to show. I think you can close it. Alright, well, I was just asking if you were still working on it. If you were still doing anything with it. That's really what I wanted to know is all. That's what I was more curious about, really. Yep, I gleamed that much from the store page, Onyx, but I appreciate the clarification for the people that were not looking at the screen when we were looking at it. Also, I just noticed, hon, it started raining in your window. She be looking at chat. So yeah, if you're still working on that, then I'm looking forward to seeing more, because, like I said, it's a very cool inspiration for a mod. And not the kind of premise that I see often from a mod for this game. It's very unique, I'll say that. There wasn't a whole lot in the way of world building for it at the start, but I imagine stuff like that might come later. I didn't really know what exactly was happening story-wise. It's just kind of like, okay. I'm following Ziori here. Just kind of have to try to pick up on what's happening, you know? Anywho, if that's all you have for Survival Club and Secret Files, I think I'm just going to close off for the night. It'll be a bit on the short side. I would say both of those were pretty fun to play. Pretty fun to showcase. if not a bit shorter than I might have thought. But that's how it goes sometimes. So I'm just gonna put it out there now. I'm not doing anything tomorrow because playoff hockey starts and we have the late game. We're starting at 8:30, so I would be getting started very late after the game ends. So I'm just gonna spend tomorrow, after I get done with the other stuff I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be figuring out how to solve the latest 7-star raid in Pokemon Violet, because there's another one. The other Hisuian starter, Typhlosion, just got released in a 7-star raid, and I'm gonna go figure out that. So, this was a bit on the short side, I know, but this was fun. So, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. So until then, take care.